guys, Holding Addict here, bringing you Eden Zero manga review. This is chapter 37, titled "The Big Monster Known as Shiki." This was a hilarious chapter, but before I get into it, I kind of want to apologize for my last review of Eden Zero, chapter 36. I had did that this past Monday, because I thought last week when it came out, I thought it was like on break, because it didn't come out on my site. But there was a translation error, so they did it late. So you'll be getting two reviews this week, 36 and 37, since 36 came out last week, but I missed it, thanks to, where I go to read it, the error translation on it. So, just in case if you're wondering why I'm doing two videos this week of Eden Zero, and why there's two chapters out on my site, on my channel, now you know why. Because I was late on one, on my fault, so apologize about that. But, yeah, again, this is chapter 37 of Eden Zero, and this was a hilarious chapter. It begins off with Hamura. She's chasing down, her imposter, which we find out is from Gaia, a Secret Service government company, I guess you could say, like a spy, technically. Their version of the CIA, I guess you can say. And Amira, or Amira, however you want to pronounce it, I'm going to say Amira. Amira was like, now that you know my secret, I'm going to be forced to kill you. And she took out like a gun and she started shooting her a lot. But she deflected all of them. And then she shot, like, I guess her horse in the leg because the horse tripped and fell. And this is when Amira does something very, very, I wouldn't say weird, but I would say something similar to someone else that we know. The gun that she was holding transformed into a sniper. And she shot a kill shot at Hamura. But Hamura actually was able to reflect it back at her. And it almost hurt her in the face. But Amira was able to log out on time. And when we saw her in the real world, she looked almost similar to her avatar. But there was one little difference. Her face. She had like that weird skin. Like, if y'all can remember from Naruto, Tobi, who was actually Obito. If you remember that mask he had that was all swirls with the one black hole, her face kind of looks like that. It's like these weird linings that are black and orange swirls on her face, and you really can't see her face. Looked like somebody had like a do-rag on her, or a stocking, I should say. Looked kind of weird. I'm not sure what's up with her face. Maybe she's not even human. Maybe she's a robot or an alien or something. But we caught her over to Hermit and the rest of the gang. And this is when things get funny. Because we switch over to the part where she stated last chapter in 36. If your enemy is cheating, why don't you cheat as well? And Rebecca's like, we can't do that. We're the good guys. And if we cheat, we're going to get locked out. And then Wise turned back into his original self. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to stop playing this game as a gamer. And I'm just going to do what I have to do. And he's trying to decode the system. But not even as smart as he is, he can decode it. Which is a shock, because we all know how smart Wise is. Especially with technology. So that was a super shock. And we see Shiki struggling. But Shiki's not struggling because he can't beat his opponent. He's struggling because the opponent got home base, advantage. He's part of the Digitalists were, which Dragon Joe's probably giving him permission to do all this. Or unless they're right and he is cheating and he's hacking the system, either or. But he still has home turf advantage. And Hermit, she got up and she was like, I'm going to help you this once, only because I don't like this guy. And she was talking about Jimarov. And she was actually able to hack the system. And as you see in the thumbnail, Shiki went for a gravity punch, but he ended up becoming like this oversized monster thing and just crushed Jimarov. Now, Jimarov is probably not dead or unconscious. He probably could continue to fight, but he probably run away instead of trying to fight because he's in a really big disadvantage since Hermit is pulling the same trick that he's doing but in a higher level and better. And that was basically the end of the chapter. But it was stated though how, not how Hermira's doing it, but how Jimarov did it. Jimarov was cheating because he was using other people's ID every time he cheats. So whenever he put in a cheat code for himself, he would use someone else's ID and that person would get banned. So technically he was getting other people banned for his own stupidity. And Hermit knew this, So she did something even better. Now, did she copy his same technique to make Shiki as what he was? Who knows? I mean, she is good with technology. She's the ship code of Eden Zero, so the ship. So she most likely know how to hack into the system perfectly without getting anyone in trouble, especially another player or Shiki himself. So power to Hermit. And I can't wait for Homura to join back with the group. And like I said, with that one chick Homura was fighting from Giga, the agent, Amira, she has the same magic as Wise. Or it's not called magic here, it's called ether gear. That's what they pronounce it. I think it's more tech than magic, but there hasn't been, like, the power levels so far and what ether gear really is hasn't really been explained so far, which is what makes the story interesting, because we see ether gear here and there, and we did get that power level one time mentioned when Ichi and Shiki was fighting the fake version of Crimson. So, but again, this was a great chapter, very funny. The plot didn't really go that much, but it was a lot of things for us to get more involved in. Cause Eden Zero is only 37 chapters. That's fairly new, technically. So, but this was a really great chapter, really great stuff. But that's all I have for you guys. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, share with your family and friends. Don't forget to hit the notification bell for more. Give this video a like. Tell me down below what you thought of the chapters, 36 and 37. Tell me what you like and didn't like. And if you haven't been reading Eden Zero, I advise you to catch on. The first 3 chapters are like a lot of pages, and it might have some stuff representing like Fairy Tail. This is technically a sequel to it. But if you hate Fairy Tail and you worry about the bad writing and the power pools and ass friendships, so far we don't have none of that. This has actually been a good writing so far, and hopefully Hero keeps this up. Because even though I like the Fairy Tail, I can't defend the BS that was that last chapter, or last 2 arcs, I should say. Mainly less that last arc, the Hours arc. That was just completely disappointment how it ended. But again, I support Fairy Tail, and I'm supporting this. So if you're not skeptical because thanks to Hiro Mashima, what he did to Fairy Tail, don't worry about it. He's not doing that so far that we've seen in this new manga of Eden Zero. So please go support it. Please share that with your family and friends, and let's get this manga talking about more in the anime community. But that's all I have for you guys. Peace out and have a good one.